Starting some water boiling here. No, we're not doing a cooking show. I've been getting some questions about how to base bones minis the easiest way. So here's 4 minis who need a little help. Bent spears and swords. And this guy is just totally bent forward and mangled, so he's going to need the most help. Let's take the 2 centaurs first and get them going. And it's really just a few seconds. You're going to see them start to soften up. Let's pull these guys out. I'm using tongs, and I am going to plunge him right into the cold water, ice cold water. Maybe grab a paper towel here. Put him on when he's done. And let's pull out the other guy. He is completely changed. That is a completely different miniature. He's standing up straight. His spear is straight. So that is awesome. We'll straighten out this sword. Shouldn't take long at all. And same with this orc spear. And be sure to use the tongs. Plunge the paladin right into the cold water. And Mr. Orc, your spear looks really straight finally. So what a change. The straight holy sword. He didn't make it. We're going to try him one more time. All right. He looks great this time. So let's try and chill that in place. Much better. We're going to take these miniatures and glue them onto some of the bases that we have. And what I want you to do is get super glue. And I don't care what brand you get, just please go to your hardware store and buy the cheapest brand. Don't get fancy. Don't go to the hobby store. They could charge you $10 for the $2 tube of glue. I do like the gel control because it seems to work a little bit better. But other than that, just save some money. So let's do an easy one first. Remember our super mangled centaur? Here he is now. He's going to fit on that base very simply. Put a little bead on there, on the base. I don't know how well that's going to show up on camera, but you don't have to douse him. And I'm just going to position him right in the center of that 2-inch base. But I'm going to try and lock him in place about like that. And he's good to go. It'll take about 5 minutes to dry, and literally you can be done at this point. What about somebody with a bigger base? This paladin who's overlapping the base on both sides. So what do I do about him? You could take an X-Acto knife and simply cut that vinyl. I like this tool a little bit more. So I'm just going to snip, and it goes through fairly easy. And I'm not taking a whole bunch off. I'm just cutting it back to where his foot ends. He's still hanging off a little bit. Hanging over doesn't really bother me. Here's one that I already have painted, overhanging the base on both sides, but I think he still looks good. So what's the importance of using that smaller base rather than going up to a 30mm base? Well, when you get into some of the other adventures like Asylum, the Searchers, Wailing Citadel, where you're navigating through a narrow area, that bigger base is a penalty. It counts against you. So I recommend just letting them overhang a little bit. And I'll do the same with the orc. I think I could trim a little bit off of his base, but I want to keep him on the 25mm base if at all possible. So let's say you have absolutely no aptitude for painting. You still will want to number the bases so that you can match them up with guys on your roster. And I really recommend this. It's a paint marker. It's really opaque. And what I love about it is I've been using this one for over a year and I can get it started every time, which is amazing. So you've got, if you're going to leave them unpainted, you could write on top of the base or you could write on the side of the base, but you're going to want to put that number for that guy in there. And so he's going to be number 7. I'm going to do it front and back so he's easy to identify, and that will match up to number 7 on my roster. You do a couple war clans like that, you do a couple monsters like that, you're done. You're ready to start playing. So when Enter Perdition arrives, I want you to get into it as quick as you can. Get yourself some cheap glue, base some guys, and get playing right away. Don't wait until you have everybody painted exactly the way you want them to be. When you get that fussy, you'll never get around to it. And the important thing is that you get in and see how much fun the game is right away. Enjoy yourself and let me know how you do. Thanks.